Ricky Cash sitting in with Elynne Jacobson, hypnotherapist du jour, or of the day, for your health.
Gee, thank you, just for one day.
Well, one day with us, but
all right.
Oh my goodness, I just went back to the chat room. Now they're talking sports in there. We were talking about off the air. You have a response to Radar, who sent us a question during the break. So why don't you address Radar?
Yes, when somebody has some issues that they're dealing with, a very quick way of peeling back the layers and working at the issue is a procedure called EFT, which is emotional freedom therapy. A lot of people know it as tapping, and it is very successful. And I use tapping as part of my procedure in helping people for reinforcement, and also getting rid of some things that maybe they're not willing to work at in long term under hypnosis. And it's very, very effective, extremely. And so to Radar, I would like to say, please contact me directly, and I will email you the procedure, and I will give you some scripting to help you work through whatever issue you have.
Perfect.
Question for you that I was thinking about before the break. Now, obviously hypnotists or hypnotherapists, they all use different techniques to put somebody, quote, under, right?
The techniques are basic.
What do you do?
The scripting is different.
Well, give me an idea of what you do, but I'm not going to look at you because I'm afraid.
Just don't look her in the eye.
Look
You're
me
fine.
in the eye, darling. It's okay. Actually, putting someone under has nothing to do with really looking at them. It is what I talk them through. Basically, I start my procedures doing some very deep breathing and imagining a white light flowing through your body, relaxing you, giving you what you need for yourself. And then I start with very simplistic things depending on who you are and how resistant you are. But basically we focus on parts of the body and relaxing those parts of the body slowly and surely while you're breathing, focusing on the breathing. I know you're tired at that point.
No.
You're already going to sleep.
No, yeah, right.
I'm thinking he's the last one you'd get out.
I'd probably be the first one. I'm just reading the chat room. 3 questions just got fired in there real fast. So let me see if I can get to them.
They're not sports.
No, they're not. That's why I'm trying to read through them. I get to the questions. Have you hypnotized any famous people?
No.
What is the minimum age limit that you'll work with somebody for hypnotizing?
I have worked with teenagers, but I prefer not to. They're very hard to work
Oh boy,
with.
that could be loaded anyway, huh?
I know. I don't mind someone that's, in 18, 19, 20, depending on what their goals are.
Late teens. Okay, probably getting through the issues of SATs in college and all that stuff.
Well, and hypnosis works, by the way, really, really well for people with study skills and test taking. And it relieves the anxiety and allows you to go in with an open mind and free and clear so that you can draw from your brain and answer the questions.
Hawkeye just got a question that came through on his board. What kind of certifications and training do you go through for what you have, for what you do?
For what I do? I studied with the American School of Hypnosis. I am a member of the American International Association of Hypnotherapists, so I am certified by their board. And I also went through licensing, which was a nightmare in the city of Las Vegas.
Yes.
And with a 6-month investigation, including the association I belong to, the schooling, the training, and through the government, fingerprinting and the whole works.
So all the background check stuff.
Everything. It was a 6-month procedure, even down to the place of where I had my office that had to be certified for psychologists and therapists.
Gotcha. If I don't ask this question, Jamie's going to yell at me.
Okay.
Okay?
She wants to know about any past life regression.
Yes. Oh, I love doing that.
Okay. Why don't you talk about that for a minute?
Past life regression takes you from your present day down through and past your current birth into where you may have been in another life before this one. It is particularly effective and helping people get over some of their major problems, not knowing where some of their issues were coming from. So it is a wonderful, wonderful therapeutic technique. It is more than just the buzzword. And it, whether you believe it or not, I've seen it, I've read enough books on it to know that it truly exists. And even if it's in the realm of your fantasy, it is a wonderful trip. Wonderful.
Sometime let me tell you the story about Gettysburg.
Be my guest when I put you under.
That's you'll still be speaking to me.
Well, that's true.
1862.
She, as a follow-up question to that, wants to know what the coolest thing ever anybody about someone's past life, like who someone was related to, or just something bizarre. Just what was the coolest thing about someone's past life?
I don't know. I don't see anything as just being cool.
Okay.
To me, it's always interesting to see where a person lands and how they land in whether they're male or female to start with, and whether they're male or female in their past life.
Right.
Because it's not always congruent.
Frankie says you just need a few meds to get put under.
Frankie, I'm on my way to Tampa. Wow.
Oh, my
This
goodness.
is so fascinating, and it's so interesting because it opens up an area where there are people, obviously, who will not believe a word of this under any circumstances.
And it doesn't matter.
And yet, we've seen, even in the, quote, shows, hypnotists, we've seen them, and we've seen the post-hypnotic suggestions absolutely work.
Yeah.
And we've seen things that were absolutely as funny as you could get, just on a comical thing.
Absolutely.
But to do it on a serious note and learn about and help people, I think it's a wonderful thing you're doing.
Well, I have to laugh about one thing when you talk about things that happen in post-hypnotic suggestion. One of the things that I always do, and it really is a kicker, especially with weight loss, I always tell people that they are going to love not eating all their food, leaving food on their plate, which goes against everything that we've all been told, not only to leave food on your plate, but to teach them to get up and throw it away in the garbage pail. And that just goes along with something that your mother always told you. Don't leave food on your plate. Somebody is starving in the world.
Right.
And you can't throw it away because you'll have to eat it for breakfast.
Okay. How special.
Jamie wants me to tell you that she was on the Atlantis.
Okay.
In one of her past
Lucky
past lives.
her.
Great job, James.
I'm just going to read through here real quickly. You can see Elynne to stop smoking, lose weight, pain management, gambling addiction, stress relief, insomnia, rid yourself of guilt, anxiety, of fear, self-confidence, self-esteem issues, bereavement issues of loss and guilt, stop grinding your teeth, and TMJ pain. Oh man, do I know somebody that should take that. And of course, actually I touched on it before with the teenagers, test anxiety and academic problems. So, and who knows what else, but I mean, that's the major areas that Elynne can certainly help anybody with out there right now.
I think it's a great service that you're doing, and I think if people take advantage of it, their lives can be and will be infinitely better.
I agree with you, and I love what I do. Again, I've said it before.
Mm-hmm.
I really do.
Give out your contact information again.
Please call me at 702-277-5856 or email me at Elynne, ELYNNE, at ElynneJacobson.com.
I have a great idea for the show. I think sometime in the future, I'd love to have you come back, and we'll spend a whole hour, and we'll hypnotize Phillips.
I love it.
Or Cash. And
you're the guinea pig.
Yeah, great, thanks. But I'm
you'd make a great guinea pig.
I'll tell you what. We'll definitely do this sometime in the summer because it could be absolutely tremendous.
I will say that the chat room is clamoring that you should have your own radio show.
I know.
So
I'm sorry.
No,
I know all about that.
Yes.
I've thought about it.
Yep.
I enjoy this.
No,
I
it's
like
good.
the banter up and back. It's
absolutely,
fun.
it is good. All right, Elynne, we thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate that, and we will have you back on again for sure because it was fun to talk about it, and I want to see Cash go under. That's really what I want to see.
I would absolutely be delighted, and you guys are terrific. I had a great time tonight.
Well, we thank you. So have we, and so has the chat room. I've never seen the chat room blow up like this. So this is good. All right. You're listening to Vegas Unwrapped.
Unwrapped.
Unwrapped. No, I was just reading SoCal Phil's. Oh my goodness. Oh, so somebody says we should give you a show. Well, she's got to want to do it too. We'll talk.
I do.
We'll talk.
We'll talk.
This
We'll send
this
our
one.
people. You'll meet their people.
Vegas Unwrapped. Phillips and Cash. We come back on the other side. Relay for Life. Rochelle and Ramon will be joining us in studio.
We can start running now.
Don't go. I got to start sleeping now. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.